We recently received the highly anticipated third episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, and as expected, it delivered on its promise of something entirely fresh and unpredictable. Every new installment introduces a unique twist that keeps the audience constantly engaged, maintaining the show's high standards and consistently piquing our curiosity. As viewers, we remain captivated, endlessly hunting for hidden secrets and hints that may reveal what's to come in future episodes. The show has done a remarkable job of keeping us on our toes, offering both thrilling mysteries and impressive storytelling, which never fails to excite us. In this video, I've collected all the information we currently have about the fourth episode. Let's dive into what we can expect from the next chapter, including insights into the upcoming storyline, the fate of the main characters, and the adventures that await. Additionally, I'll reveal the latest theories about what could happen next, as well as some exciting updates on the release date of Episode 4. First, let's talk about the potential release date for the upcoming fourth episode. There was a significant gap of around 6 months between the pilot episode and the second one. Following that, we saw a 5-month interval between the release of the second and third episodes. Based on this release pattern, it's reasonable to assume that Episode 4 will follow a similar timeline and be released approximately 6 months after Episode 3. However, I suspect the fourth episode might come out sooner than that. Let me explain why. In mid-August, about a month and a half before the third episode was released, a fan on Tumblr asked Gooseworx if there were already any animation snippets or renders prepared for the upcoming episodes. Gooseworx responded, providing some crucial insights. The fan learned that the scripts for the show had been written and finalized up through Episode 6. At that point, Episode 4 was already in the animation phase, while Episode 3 was still in post-production. This tells us that by August, the 3D models of the characters set to appear in Episode 4 were fully completed, and the animators had already started working on creating the scenes. Given this, it's safe to assume that Episode 4 was quite far along in production even before the third episode was released. Additionally, we know that the post-production process, where the designers polish the animation and make everything look visually stunning, follows the animation phase. Since Episode 4 was approaching post-production as early as August, I believe it's highly likely that it is now in the final stages of this process. Taking this into account, it seems quite probable that the fourth episode will be released much sooner than the time it took for Episode 3 to be completed. Based on the timing, I don't think it will be ready before Christmas, but my best estimate is that Episode 4 will be released around 3 or 4 months after the third episode. This would place the release date somewhere in late January or early February. When analyzing the previous release dates, we see an interesting pattern. Episode 2 was released on May 3rd, while Episode 3 came out on October 4th. The release dates seem to follow a slight shift, moving forward by 1 day with each new episode. If this pattern continues, it's possible that Episode 4 could be released on February 5th. However, we'll have to wait for official confirmation on the exact release date. Now let's dive into what we know about the storyline of Episode 4 and the new adventure the main characters will embark upon. The fourth episode will take place in a location called the Fast Food Court, a setting that offers a lot of potential for interesting and comedic moments. One of the central NPCs in this episode will be Orbsman, a character we've seen several times before in previous episodes. Orbsman will play a significant role in this adventure, acting as the host of the fast food court and guiding the main characters through the challenges they'll face. His role in this episode is reminiscent of Princess Lulala's role in past episodes, as he will also be responsible for issuing various tasks and quests to the main characters. The primary plotline revolves around Orbsman's fast food restaurant, which has been struggling to attract customers to the mall. As a result, all of the restaurant's employees have quit, leaving Orbsman alone to manage the restaurant. The main characters will be tasked with helping Orbsman fix the situation by completing various quests and errands to restore the restaurant's reputation. They'll need to work quickly to ensure that the restaurant is up and running again, as Orbsman is determined to save his establishment. In a brief snippet from the new episode's trailer, we also catch a glimpse of another NPC. a large flying hand in a white glove. This hand moves Jax, who is dressed in a fast food uniform behind the restaurant's cash register. I believe this hand is Orbsman's most loyal employee, the only one who hasn't abandoned him. The character is likely named the Right Hand, symbolizing their unwavering loyalty to Orbsman. The main objectives in this episode will involve tidying up the layout of the fast food restaurant and cleaning up the fast food court. Orbsman's design hints that cleaning products and detergents will play an important role in the episode's tasks. In a special Digital Circus song featured on Glitch, Orbsman even appeared on a shampoo label, further indicating that cleanliness and hygiene will be central themes in this episode. The characters will likely need to use these cleaning products to help Orbsman restore order to his fast food establishment. But who will be the antagonists in this new adventure? I believe the enemies will be NPCs that we've already encountered in previous episodes. Characters known for causing chaos and creating messes wherever they go. At the end of episode 2, Ragatha mentioned that Kane often reuses old NPCs in new adventures, so it's highly likely that we'll see familiar faces returning to stir up trouble in episode 4. One particularly intriguing clue comes from a Tumblr post made a while back. A fan asked Gooseworx to share a random line from episode 4, and Gooseworx responded with the line, "What kind of mother do you think I am?" Gooseworx didn't specify which character says this line, but it's possible that this line is spoken by Queen Gloink. If that's the case, it could mean that Queen Gloink, a character we haven't seen in some time, will make a significant return in episode 4. I've developed a theory about how many of the characters from previous episodes might make a comeback. I believe Orbsman will complain about small creatures that have been stealing furniture from his restaurant and causing havoc in the kitchen and dining areas. While some of the main characters work to fix things inside the restaurant, another group will likely be sent on a mission to track down these mischievous pests. These creatures will probably turn out to be the glowing creatures we first saw in the pilot episode. As we know from the pilot, the glowing queen is a formidable foe, and I believe she will return in episode 4 for another showdown. The main characters will need to face her once again, but as we saw before, they aren't exactly equipped to deal with her. In the pilot, Zubul nearly lost her life during the encounter, and it was only through the intervention of an abstracted Kaufmo that they were able to defeat the glowing queen. This time, the characters will have to confront her head-on, and it promises to be an intense battle. The climax of the episode might see Queen Gloink capturing all of the main characters except for Pomni, who will manage to escape. Pomni will then need to find a way to defeat Queen Gloink and rescue her friends. At this point, I think Pomni will recall that each adventure has a place beyond the map, and by triggering a collision bug, she'll be able to access this hidden area. Here, she might find a group of NPCs from previous adventures who can help her turn the tide in the fight against Queen Gloink. What are your thoughts on what will happen in episode 4? Will Jax finally get what's coming to him? Share your theories in the comments below. The best ones might be featured in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Thanks for watching, and good luck.